The emotions are through the roof in Gainesville, and it doesn't get any easier because they're facing a number 3 LSU team on the road in Death Valley with over 100,000 fans. And guess what? The Gators have not beat a top 3 ranked team on the road in 28 years. Guess who was playing in that game? A guy that you guys might know who he is, Peyton Manning. Look, it's just one game. I think one loss, the fans are going crazy, and I get it, it's USF, but people are not giving enough credit to USF. They're a very good team. There's a reason they're ranked high. But also, upsets happen in college football. That's why college football is so amazing. I think if upsets weren't a thing, no one would even be watching this show right here today.
Here's the thing, right? This is the team we thought we were going to see. And that's because Dallas Wilson moves the needle, right? Dallas Wilson completely changes this team. And something that we will see, we didn't really see it against Texas. We didn't need to see it against Texas. The Gators came out with the win. But J. Michael Sturdivant, he's been double-teamed every game. You can't double-team him now at Dallas Wilson. I think we're finally going to see the version we thought we'd see, right? His UCLA version, right? That's why Napier brought him in. And Lagway looked more comfortable. And we were listening, both me and you, to Tim Tebow's media availability, right, before SC Nation. And he said that Lagway was not going to get his confidence back in practice. It was never going to happen. It had to happen in a game. And Tebow said when he's playing, you know how he'd get, wilded up? He said if he got hit big in a game. Now, that's the Tebow thing, right? Nobody's Tim Tebow. But for Lagway, he needed to get going in a game. And in the first quarter against Texas, he got going. And then you saw the ball start to roll, right? He was comfortable. He was making big throws to Vernell Brown. But here's the thing, right? The Gators haven't beat, as an unranked team, a top 5 team since 2002. So it's a tall task for anybody, not just Napier. So if the Gators, as an unranked team, were able to beat a top 5 team and on the road and on primetime football at night, this team's back. This team is back. Now, I don't know if I could say the team's back right now, but this is the team we thought we'd see at the beginning of the season. But just as I said, Justin, that USF's loss was just one game, right? Relax, everybody. It was just one game. This was just one win, right? So it works both ways.
Well, it's like when you get an F on your first math test of the year. Do you give up the rest of the year? Well, maybe some people do, but you get the point. Napier is dealing with a lot of pressure from last year, which is kind of his fault, but he was able to escape the matrix last year. This year, he has way more time. It's only week 3. We shall see if he can do it. It's a good question, and in college football, in any sport, one game where something goes wrong, that's okay. Time to relax. But it's crazy how you can go from being the strongest link of a team to being the weakest link of a team. And here's my problem with DJ Lagway. He's not just throwing into double coverage. He's throwing into predictable double coverage. He doesn't have to look down the field and see that J. Michael Sturdivant has 2 guys on him. Yeah. LSU had 2 guys on him every single time. And that's much respect to J. Mike because they know that he's an elite 50-50 ball receiver. That's why Billy Napier brought him in from UCLA. Yeah. Look, Nate, the Gators are the best 1-2 team in college football. But
I guess.
It doesn't matter, right? Because the Gators don't just want to be 2-1. They want to be 3-0. And in reality, if you were to come in here in the summer and look at the culture, look at the system, look at the skill, you'd be like, wow, the Gators could be up there with Ohio State, Georgia. But if you don't win on the field on Saturdays, on Saturday nights, it doesn't matter. Well, Miami is really good. There's a reason they were ranked number 4, and they are ranked number 4. Here's the thing, Nate. I can't figure out what side of the ball is better, their offense or their defense, and that's a great problem to have because that just means they were a very, very elite team. They held, at the time of then, number 4 ranked Clemson team to just 31 rushing yards in the whole game, shut them out in the second half. They only scored 10 points in that game, which is the fewest they've scored at home since 2014. But Mansour Delane, he is a stud on that defense. Got an interception against Clemson, actually got the game ball for that game.
Isaac, are you done celebrating the fact that these Florida Gators are the national champions?
Well, I think I could speak on behalf of everyone. You want to prolong this win as much as possible, but you also have to look towards next season, and I think that's what the Gators basketball team is doing. You know, a team like UConn got to prolong it for more than 2 seasons, winning back-to-back. I think that's exactly what the Gators want to do this offseason. Well, you got to do just as good off the court as you do on the court. And, when you lose guys and you replace them, the stats may be replaced, but what you can't replace is the locker room factor. And that's why it's going to be important for guys like Alex Condon and Ruben Chinyulu to come back. Obviously, they put their names in the draft, and they're going to get feedback from NBA coaches and scouts and see, what the best option is for them. But at the end of the day, if they come back, they know what it takes to win games in this system, and they're going to share, some advice with the new guys that come in.
What do you think about some of the other losses, players who've entered the transfer portal?
Denzel Aberdeen's obviously the big one.
Yeah.
That's a guy that has been in this system for a few years. That's a guy that many people thought would take the big leap this year, being the face of the team, expected to be in the starting lineup. And, we don't exactly know what went down behind the scenes, but we know it was a money factor. And that's just the day and age that we're in. It's the transfer portal. Players that love their team don't love their team as much as they love the money. So that's all I could say. I don't want to put aside that USF loss because you can't, right? And you won't be able to for the rest of the season. But the Gators, and not enough people talk about this, and I think it's because of the fan base's disliking for Napier. It causes overreactions. The Gators lost by only 10 points to LSU in Death Valley at night. And Lagway threw 5 interceptions. Justin, if Lagway doesn't throw 5 interceptions, if he doesn't throw 4 interceptions, exactly. So, and then the defense only gave up basically 19 points to Miami, right? The last touchdown was a garbage time touchdown. If you are only giving up 19 points to Miami, and we saw this version of the Gators offense against Texas, the Gators might win that game. So I think there are a lot of overreactions. And again, I get it. I don't want to say that those overreactions are overreactions. But if you put Napier aside and you look at the Gators' losses against Miami and LSU, they weren't bad losses other than the fact that Napier and Lagway made fans unhappy.
It's a very rare feat to repeat as national champions in college basketball. In the last 33 years, only 2 teams have been able to do it. One of those teams was the Gators under head coach Billy Donovan. But don't say the R word to Todd Golden or these Gators. Speaking on Monday, big man Alex Condon harped on the fact that this is a brand new team.
Talk to us about, we're not going to be focused on repeating. I think that's a word that kind of dwells in the past a little bit. We just want to take it one at a time. And it's going to take a lot for this team to, go all the way. I think we have the capabilities to do it. But
The Gators have a handful of guys that are returning from last year's team. However, they also have quite a few new faces who will have to earn their flowers. The Gators open up their season on November 3rd against Arizona in Las Vegas. For now, official practices are in full swing with day 2 of practice held earlier today.
WUFT's Isaac Edelman is live at Condren Family Ballpark with an update on the Gators scrimmage. Isaac, the Gators ace, is on the mound right now for the first time this fall.
Yes, Brooke, the Gators' #1 starter, Liam Peterson, pitched earlier today in the Gators scrimmage, which just wrapped up behind me. Liam Peterson is widely known as one of the best players in all of baseball, but he uses that pressure to better himself on the mound.
Yeah, it's definitely motivating. It's something that you want to, see and be like, wow, that's, great to see. We also have to be where your feet are. And, right now I'm just in fall with the rest of my team, so I can't really think about too much about that or too much about the future. I just got to be where I am right now, which is just focusing on my mechanics and everything I'm working on in the fall.
Peterson pitched just 1 inning, giving up a home run to Brennan Lawson. He looked much stronger on the mound, though, as his fastball topped at 99 miles per hour. Peterson had an 8-4 record last season with a 4.28 ERA. According to Baseball America, Peterson is ranked as the #5 overall prospect and #1 pitcher in the 2026 MLB draft class. The Gators will be back playing fall baseball on October 31st at ViStar Ballpark against Jacksonville. Reporting right here at Condren Family Ballpark, Isaac Edelman, WUFT Sports.
I'm Isaac Edelman with your Sports in 60. A few local high school football teams kick off tonight after Hurricane Helene postponed games last week. 3-2 Buchholz travels to Ponte Vedra to play 4-0 Nice on the road. Meanwhile, 3-2 PK Young plays host to 2-2 Central Florida Christian Academy this evening. After a bye week, Billy Napier's football team is set to hit the playing field yet again. The Gators will play host to in-state foe UCF this Saturday night at 7:45. The Knights are 3-1 on the season while the Gators are 2-2. Florida is 2-1 all-time against UCF with the last win coming in 2006. We shall see if the Gators defense can stop UCF's lethal rushing attack, which is second in all of college football. The Buccaneers sit atop the NFC South standings at 3-1 after a 33-16 win over the Philadelphia Eagles. Quarterback Baker Mayfield completed 30 passes for 347 yards and 2 touchdowns, including 1 to Mike Evans, who is now the Bucs' all-time leading scorer. The Bucs defense played just as well, recording 6 total sacks. Tampa Bay will have a short week as they play again Thursday night in Atlanta against the Falcons. And that's your Sports in 60. I'm Isaac Edelman. I'm Isaac Edelman with your Sports in 60. The number 22 ranked Gators volleyball team looks to keep their 5-game winning streak alive tonight at the O-Dome. Florida is set to face the Auburn Tigers tonight at 7 p.m. The Gators are currently 16-5 overall and 7-3 in conference play. The Gators are currently averaging 1.96 aces per set as a team, which ranks first in the SEC. Auburn, meanwhile, has lost their last 6 matches. For the first time in 84 years, yes, you heard that right, the Florida Gators will be going head-to-head with the Texas Longhorns. Florida football returns to the field tomorrow at noon to face number 5 Texas. The Longhorns have allowed just 243 yards per game, which ranks first in the entire country. We don't know yet who will be at the helm for the Gators, as quarterback DJ Lagway is still listed as questionable with a hamstring injury. Moving on to the NFL, Thursday Night Football did not disappoint last night. Cincinnati's Joe Burrow connected with Jamar Chase for his 3rd touchdown of the night with just under a minute left to potentially tie the game. Here's the catch, though. Instead of kicking the extra point to force overtime, the Bengals elected to go for 2 to take the lead. The Ravens didn't give in, though, sealing the 35-34 win. And that's your Sports in 60. I'm Isaac Edelman. I am Isaac Edelman with your Sports in 60. It's the biggest victory Monday of the season after the Gators upset number 22 LSU in the Swamp on Saturday. Led by freshman quarterback DJ Lagway and a defense that recorded 7 sacks, the Gators put the country on notice. But the Gators have tried their best not to get too wrapped up over their win against the Tigers, with the number 9 ranked Ole Miss team coming to the Swamp Saturday at noon. The Gators will try to play spoiler as Ole Miss has major playoff implications on the line. The Jacksonville Jaguars are in the middle of the most disappointing seasons in recent memory. The 2-9 Jags have dropped their 5th straight game after losing to the Detroit Lions 52-6, which is a scoregami. Head coach Doug Peterson is squarely on the hot seat. Coming off a 5-game winning streak, the 8-6 Orlando Magic played tonight against the 9-5 Phoenix Suns. Since Magic star Paulo Banchero went down with injury, Franz Wagner has been on a tear, averaging 28.3 points per game over his last 6 games. We shall see how the 23-year-old plays tonight against the Suns, who have lost 3 straight games. And that's your Sports in 60. I'm Isaac Edelman. Isaac Edelman here with Tyler Lichtenberger. You were at App State for your freshman year, and now you're headed to Clemson via the transfer portal. How was your official visit, and what led you to committing to Clemson? When you went to App State, you worked very hard. You won Sun Belt Freshman of the Year, and that led you to obviously transferring to Clemson. What did you learn from your time at App State, whether it's on or off the field? One last thing for you. You know, I obviously got to see you play on this exact field at high school. When I messaged you congratulating you on a fantastic season at App State, one of the things you told me is the analytics, right? The studying of the teams you're facing, the pitchers you're facing, made you that much better. What has that change been? Not that you didn't know what you were going up against in high school, but just the analytics is so much better at the college level. Yeah. Isaac Edelman here with the Beach Boys head coach Gabe Trestoy and Andrew Tabares. 9-8 comeback victory over the Delray Beach Lightning. Gabe, I'm going to start with you. First of all, welcome to the Beach Boys Breakdown Circle. Haven't had you yet. Talk about your team's ability to come back, not just when you guys were down, but every time the Delray Beach Lightning seemed to strike, no pun intended, the Beach Boys crept back and kept it a 2 or 3 run game instead of letting it get out of hand. Tabares, 2 extra base hits, a 2-run home run, and an RBI double. You only had 1 home run last season. We're not even the midpoint of this season. You already have more home runs than last year.
Yep.
What has been going right for you, not just today, but all season long? Isaac Edelman here with the Beachside Breakdown, the latest victim, Harry Vargas Segura.
Yes,
Look, it was a tough loss in game 1, but for you did a lot. You got on base all 4 times, a home run, your first of the season, a double, a stolen base, a walk. Just what was going right for you in that game?
Yeah, man, I just prayed a lot. You know, I just really gave it all to God. And I was like, you know, you just guide me this whole game. Because I honestly came into the game, as we all do, just different emotions. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to just give it all to God. And when you surrender it all to Him, that's what happens.
You're a guy that's the oldest on the team, but that comes with leadership. Does that put pressure on you to be a leader, or is that more of a natural thing that you like to lead a group of players?
Yeah, no, I feel like leading is amazing. You know, I had great leaders in my life, so you know, leading by example I think is huge, but also like helping people and talking to them just to get to know people individually. You know, and that's what I try to do. Like coming in here, I just try to be a good teammate and be an example through my actions, because people feed off that energy.
A lot of guys on the Beach Boys, a lot of guys in this collegiate baseball league come play baseball so the scouts see them so they can transfer. You're a guy that's had a lot of stops. What would you say, what motivational words would you say to a guy that's maybe stuck in the road, that's looking for a spot? What should they do? What should they look forward to?
I mean, like I said in the beginning, put God first, right? Like it could sound like repetitive, but it really is true. Like when you pray to Him, like He guides all that, right? Like when we're trying to control everything, it's tough, right? Like we're only human, right? Like we need our Creator to help us, and He's able to oversee everything.
Yes.
So I would say pray a lot, and then obviously, like it says in the Bible, like faithful work. So working at it hard every time, like. The grind is gonna go noticed when you come out here, right? Like all those hours, all that preparation. So I'll say just keep on being persistent, because when that opportunity does come, like you want to be ready for it. So
Last thing for you.
Yeah.
Have the floodgates open? You got your first one over the fence. Can we expect to see that the rest of the way?
100%, man. We're gonna put it in God's hands. I think He just blew it out there, but we'll see. We got a couple more, and it'll definitely be fun. I mean, it was fun seeing that one go out. I like to get a couple on the left side too, because usually all mine come for the left. So it's pretty cool to see my right side going at it, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm grateful for that. So
The switch hitter, Harry Vargas. Appreciate you.
God is good. God bless.
Isaac Edelman here with Florida Victorious with Walter Clayton Jr. Walt, what's this experience been like, man?
It's been great. We worked all year to get to this point. Obviously, it's not done yet, but it's been great just enjoying these moments with my teammates.
How does it feel to be called one of the best shooters in college basketball? I mean, people called you that in the regular season, but what you did against UConn, what you did against Texas Tech, it got elevated to another level where it's not just Gator Nation talking about you. Just how does that feel?
It's a good feeling. Obviously, I think hearing it from my teammates mean a lot more, just the trust that they got in me. So it's definitely a good feeling.
Everyone talks about you, but I want to give you the opportunity to talk about your teammates. It's not just the Walt Show in Gainesville.
Facts.
Man right here. This is what journalism is supposed to be about. What a great victory.
Journalism, yes, this is what journalism is supposed to be about. How about coaching? Your son, Todd Golden, winning his first national championship. How proud are you of him?
I couldn't be prouder. He deserved everything he's gotten. He's worked for everything he's gotten. Damn, I'm just so happy for him and for the Gators and for basketball.
When he grew up as a kid and when he started coaching, did you see something special in him?
Yes, sir.
Did you know that this was capable?
Yes, sir. I knew he was capable when he was 8, 10 years old.
Micah, there's only one national champion, and it's you guys. Just what's going through your head?
It's a dream come true. I mean, growing up, I've always dreamed of something like this, and to be able to come out here and end up winning is just amazing.
I keep on talking to you about your decision to come back. It keeps on getting better and better, and this is the max. This is the best it's going to get because you're a national champion. Just look back at that decision yet again, one last time. How happy are you that you decided to play again?
I can't even put it to words.
To end your college basketball career on this note with a national championship, was this the best way you could have ended it?
Absolutely, absolutely, the best way possible that in anybody college career. So super grateful for that.
I asked you how special FAU was when you were with FAU. How special is this team to get to this stage and to complete the stage to win the Natty?